One thing that's happening is that the Euphrates River is drying up.
Is the drying up of the Euphrates River a definitive sign of the end times?
Mysterious creatures hidden deep into the rivers, or mythical beings becoming the truth.
Nasty discovery washing up on the shores of a large carcass of an unknown animal found on that beach.
What made it crucial to seal the Euphrates River is going to be revealed in this video.
There's an army of 200 million men that will march up that dry riverbed.
So dive along to solve all these riddles together with me and break the wall between fiction and reality. Carcass and River. What was found in a river in a small village of Indonesia will send chills down your spine. Residents found the carcass of a mysterious creature floating in the river of the village. Some believe that it was an ancient mythical creature because of its enormous body of length, 23 meters and a width of 4 meters. But it was actually a baleen whale's carcass. How it ended up in the river was never found. It was also said that many villagers went missing whenever they went into the river, making people believe that this gigantic creature was the problem. Creature in Bruni River. Ever seen a creature having more teeth than bones in its body? Well, a man spotted such a bizarre creature in Bruni's River. Even though it had tiny eyes, the number of sharp teeth it had gave horrors to the experts. This alligator-like creature disturbed even the locals. As such, a creature was never seen in a river of Bruni before. People called it a river monster, while some said it to be a mutated gator they just captured. So what do you think? Could it really be a river monster? While nobody knows the answer, the officials wisely advise the visitors to stay safe. Human-sized fish. While peacefully fishing at a river, this man found something unusual. He felt a tug on his fishing rod as if something had caught onto the bait, but on pulling it, he knew it was not a regular fish, as it required a lot of force to pull the creature just by the fishing rod.
Wait till it comes up. Wait. Now!
And yes, it was actually a giant that had 6 feet of muscle behind its mouth, full of small, sharp teeth just like a shark. It was a goonch catfish that inhabits the waters of South Asian countries. Well, not the region, but catching a huge one like this was what left the fishermen in awe. Loch Ness Monster. The Loch Ness Monster has always been a folklore since the first picture was taken in 1934. But what if it turns out to be a reality? I am saying it because this picture that was shared by a man has shook the precious beliefs. It shows a creature with quite a long neck swimming in the shallow waters of Scotland. Initially considered an eel, the footage forced Professor Neil to collect DNA of several eels present in the same water to prove something strange. He studied every single DNA and revealed that none of it matches with the one captured on the footage. So, what do you think? Are folklores really based on reality? Strange sculpture. Ever thought of strolling peacefully near a river and seeing a strange girl's face peeping out of the river? Scary, isn't it? Well, something similar happened in the city of Bilbao, where people discovered something disturbing in the river Navirian. A sculpture of a girl with eyes wide open, who appears to be drowning, left many people in shock. Before you start panicking, let me clear things up. It was just a sculpture. Yep, that eerie sight was the creation of Mexican artist Ruben Orzaco. This 264-pound fiberglass statue left the river overnight, frightened the life out of anyone who saw it in the morning. The piece, titled Biher, was meant to make us think about how our actions could either sink us or keep us afloat. Quite the wake-up call, don't you think? Prehistoric marine creature. The mysteries of the underwater world never fail to amaze anyone. This bizarre creature made people scratch their heads in confusion. Showing up at the shore somewhere in Mexico, this dewy-eyed creature with a small face was definitely not a normal creature. It had acuminous strings around its neck, along with a tiny tail. What was the origin of this creature, and how it reached the shore remains a mystery. Sound of a demon. This discovery under the depths of Euphrates will give you shivers, and maybe countless sleepless nights. These men, while exploring the dried-up Euphrates River, heard the growling of something strange that was definitely not a human. Listen to the recordings. Some believe that these were the cries of the demon. Some admitted to hearing the moving sounds of chains underground. This led people to have a stronger faith in the prophecies of the Euphrates. Could they be the growls of an actual hidden demon? Or a chained angel? Baby dragons. Something shocking that might take you back to the era of mythical creatures was found in Slovenia's vast network of caves. This odd-looking human fish with the structure of a dragon was named baby dragon by the locals. It seems like these tiny creatures with an eel-like body and pink feathery gills emerged from a fantasy world. These creatures live in freshwater underwater caves in Slovenia, Italy, and Croatia, never surfacing. Remarkably, they can survive up to a decade without food. Despite lacking vision, they navigate using sensitive tentacles and line organs that detect water currents. Isn't that amazing? Creature on shore. Are mermaids real or not? Well, you'll know the answer to this frequently asked question in a minute. This weird human-like fish was found on the shore of a river. Though it looked like a fish, its arms had an odd resemblance with those of a human. With a huge body and a long tail, this mythical creature left everyone believing in the existence of mermaids and river monsters. So, what do you think? 3,400-year-old city. Ever thought that drought would bring happiness to someone? Yes, for the archaeologists. In June 2022, the Iraqi government decided to build a dam on the northern side of the Euphrates River. The construction was, although highly encouraged, it brought an unwanted chaos to the land, which was a drought that resulted in 22 feet walls ultimately showing up. But what were these walls? Well, these walls were actually remains of the Zaku city, a main hub for the Mitanni Empire, reigned in 1550 BCE. And that's not all, but researchers even found strange cuneiforms while examining the ancient city. While these cuneiform tablets amazed people, experts believe these letters can help them extend their knowledge about the ancient city. Stolen vehicle disappeared. What was discovered at a river in Chattanooga might leave you speechless. While exploring a river in a city of Tennessee called Chattanooga, a man found something strange. He was searching near the dam around the river when the sonar finally signaled. After making sure that there is something in the depth, one of the two men decided to jump into the water to reveal the hidden thing. And that's where they found an old car. It was rusted and broken, which made the guys contact the officials. They brought the car out and revealed that it was stolen 20 years ago in the same county. But unfortunately, they couldn't find any records to get further information. And just like that, its history remains a mystery. Underwater cemetery. One cannot imagine finding something so astonishing while scuba diving in Florida, but these scuba divers did. They discovered a deep-sea reef that turned out to be an underwater cemetery. Surrounded by fish, life, and corals, this cemetery amazed everyone. As beautiful as it seemed, it was creepy as well, because those pretty artifacts were actually the remains of people. Later on, the researchers searched more about it and got to know that some people used to bury the ashes and the remains of their loved ones down there. So each one of those artifacts was actually a grave. Aremia Fish. The discovery of the massive Aremia fish in the Amazon River, made by a young boy, shocked everyone. It all started when he heard about the tales of a fish that can breathe air and has been living in the river for years. Curiosity led him go deep into the heart of the Amazon, where after several months of searching, he finally found the Aremia.
Look at this! What amazing Aremia!
As you can see, this creature was nowhere near a normal fish with scales bigger than the size of your hand and a mouth that can easily swallow a whole body. It truly was enormous. shockingly low water levels. Recently, the Euphrates River has been struggling to keep its head above water. Its water level is dropping, and that's both shocking and frightening, because people around the world see it as a huge sign that the end might be near. And that's not all, but the Euphrates is like the region's lifeline, providing essential water for everything from drinking to irrigation. Without it, things are getting pretty dire. Think less water, more problems with electricity, farming, and even keeping the livestock happy. As the river's flow slows, the water's getting nastier, creating a perfect storm for spreading diseases. It means all the predictions and legends about the Euphrates are coming out to be true, and we're about to find out. Underwater Stonehenge. Stonehenges are known to be one of the most wonderful discoveries till present. But have you ever imagined seeing them underwater? In 1926, a German archaeologist found an arrangement of rocks underwater that looked exactly like the Stonehenges in England. However, it was missing for about 60 years. It was only said to be a legend until a drought in 2019 revealed the truth. When it was brought again into the light, it was discovered that the Stonehenges in the Spanish province of Caesars had been flooded in 1963 during the construction of a dam. And just like the Stonehenges in England, this story remains a mystery as well. What could it be hiding? Devil's Hole. Have you ever thought of an underworld hidden inside a mysterious cave? While exploring a cave, a group of speleologists discover a blue hole in the depth that left everyone in shock.
So we're going in now. It's calmed down a good bit. Fantastic, right?
Though nobody's sure how the cave just came into existence, they are usually created when rocks collapse and create room for caves to be formed under the water. With the passage of time, these holes keep getting deeper and bigger. And here we are, some years later, exploring one of these sinkholes and considering it a mystery. 400-year-old freight ship. Everyone knows about Titanic, but do you know about Titanic's mini version? In northern Germany, a group of maritime archaeologists discovered a 400-year-old freight ship from the Hanseatic period, when northern European trade guilds dominated the Baltic and Atlantic. This 66 to 82 feet long shipwreck sank standing normally. Although it had several holes in it, the ship was still in an up-to-standard position. And what differentiated this ship from others was its ability to stay in a good condition. Despite being underwater for 400 years, it encountered several attacks of shipworms that did not leave any chance to consume all the wood. But thanks to the mud that protected its wood, the ship stayed intact for a long time. Man in suit. The city traffic rush surely makes people make the craziest choices of their lives. We've seen people all dressed up at offices or occasions, but have you seen a man all suited up in the middle of the river? He did it to cross the River Hudson from New Jersey to Manhattan, just so he can get to a meeting quickly without getting stuck in a traffic jam.
I just had to get there, and I had the board, so figured take a free ride. I didn't think it was a bad idea until I was halfway out there.
Well, seems like every corporate worker has to go through the same struggles. Though I would definitely not go near water if I'm dressed this nicely. Cave worm. The venture of two young men took a plot twist when they encountered something strange in a Mexican cave. Getting deeper into the Oligenes cave, they met something. Perhaps they shouldn't have. A wingless and limbless, dragon-like creature crawling right in front of them left them speechless. Being famous in the ancient folklore as cave worms, these creatures have never made an appearance in real life.
Okay, Owen.
As this strange mythical creature left many in shock, some denied the existence of it by calling it a CGI. Was it a cave monster? What do you think? Pike Eel. While fishing across a river, a young man named Miller Wilson stumbled upon something extremely strange.
I don't know.
Big pike eel or something.
Is it an eel?
It's got teeth.
No, it's...
Oh,
He came across this elongated, massive creature, also known as the pike eel. The researchers said that this prehistoric creature can grow up to the length of over 4 meters. The cannibalistic eel actually took a part of its own species as a bale that was set by the fisher. The eel was later released back into the water by the fisher so it can continue growing and enjoy its life. Underwater seals. The never-ending mysteries of the Euphrates River surely cannot disappoint one. What was found deep under the Euphrates River will completely leave you speechless. This miner found a strange-looking seal and tablets with bizarre signs carved on it. They looked like some symbols that somehow linked to another world. As unimportant as these weird signs looked, some researchers found that these oblivious patterns held a treasure of lost languages and trade networks. Some believe that these signs uncovered the political and social structures of the ancient empire. Who knew just a few symbols drawn here and there on a few artifacts would hold such a great meaning that one could not imagine? Ancient Mayan sacrificial remain. This captivating discovery in a country of Central America gave spooks to many. The archaeologists found the remains of the people who were a part of the ancient Mayan sacrifices. While studying these remains, researchers got to know about the Maya civilization that was a Mesoamerican civilization that existed from antiquity to early modern period. The fascinating culture they had included ceremonies and rituals, which included sacrifices of the most important individuals to honor their gods. These remains became the evidence of those horrifying ceremonies that occurred several centuries ago. You can thank God that we are out of that culture now. Stlite Circles. Another mystery deep in a cave left many individuals speechless. In 1990, the group of archaeologists led by Francois Rousseau found the stalagmite circles arranged in semicircles in the Bronchial Cave of southern France. Carefully made with broken stalagmite and placed in concentric circles, the structure brought light to the fact that these were made by humans. The experts, with the help of some exceptional techniques, found out that Neanderthals made these structures around 175,000 years ago. This fact contributes to the uniqueness and the speciality of these circles, as they were one of the oldest things made by mankind. Witch marks in cave. Do witches really exist? Let's find out. The testaments of the unwavering faith of the Colombians revealed a sanctuary hidden from the outside world, where echoes can be heard from afar. The walls of this sanctuary were gone through some research, which uncovered some hidden truths related to them. It was found that the weird-looking signs were actually the witch marks that indicated a deeper meaning. As curious as you are, I am too, because the meaning behind those witch marks remains a truth untold. Well, maybe some secrets should remain a mystery. Semiramis. The drying up of the Euphrates River uncovered these weird-looking submerged tunnels with well-constructed sturdy walls. After some research, it was revealed that these tunnels were connected to the famous Queen Semiramis. This broke the wall that separated reality from a fictional world. Some Christians believe that these tunnels were used to keep angels that would be released eventually to clear out 1/3 of the whole world's population. This belief was invalidated by many as the old text was found linking the tunnels as the means of connecting Babylons to Mesopotamia. Yeah, you can take a sigh of relief now and continue studying for your exams. Fight in river. Seeing disturbance in the river, some locals were worried about what was happening, as it seemed like a huge creature was emerging from the river. It was not a river monster or a mythical creature, but a fight of hippos. These two giant hippos were found attacking or maybe playing with each other in the river. Guess the trauma of all those hideous creatures found almost every day in the rivers has made us doubt even normal animals now. Perplexing Creature. After the flood that occurred in parts of Worcester in 2016, something strange was noticed in the water, as the residents noticed the melodramatic water splashes that went up to the height of 10 feet. It made people believe that it might be a Loch Ness monster, lurking at the depth for some time, and now making its debut on the shore. What actually was under those bubbles and huge splashes remains a mystery. North Carolina Monster. In the depths of this river in North Carolina, natives discovered something spooky that made them believe in river monsters. the long, gigantic, dark creature making its way through the waves of the river. This creature swimming freely shocked many individuals of the area. Many believed it to be a river monster because of its enormous shape. What it truly was and where this creature was headed remains a dark secret. Mythical creature found in Euphrates. The drying up of the Euphrates River encloses the hidden secrets one can never expect. This gigantic animal was found on the shore of the river Euphrates and left everyone astonished. While some believed that it was some kind of a river monster, some said that it was actually a mythical creature that had been hiding in the mysterious river for years and decided to make its comeback. Although the research of this enormous animal raised many questions among the researchers, its existence and how it ended up lifeless at the shore remains a deep, dark mystery. The Sobek. Have you heard about Sobek, the ancient god of the River Nile? Sobek is known to be the protector of the River Nile, with its crocodile face and the giant body of a human. Some natives, while peacefully visiting the King River, saw this huge monster-like crocodile. It seemed like it was on a hunt to fill his stomach. Many people were convinced that it was Sobek, about whom so many tales are popular. Was it really the protector of the Nile? Gilgamesh's Tomb. Uncovering the secrets of the Euphrates rivers took us to the discovery of something huge. While researching for the Mesopotamian artifacts, the researchers came across this artifact that dates back to the early 3rd millennium BCE. It had a sharp resemblance to Gilgamesh's tomb. The details of the tomb in the ancient texts matched greatly to this ancient artifact, and the fact that Gilgamesh's tomb was under the Euphrates highly points towards this discovery being huge. One-eyed statue. As a group of miners went deep into the cave, they discovered weird-looking enormous statues that would make one scratch the back of his head in confusion.
Could this be a real petrified cyclops, a skull of a humanoid cyclops of some kind?
These interesting figures, hidden from the outside world and lying deep in the shadows of mystery, intrigued many people. Among all these statues, this one giant statue grabbed the attention of many. This one-eyed statue raised many questions about its creation at such an ancient time. The reason for it being the one statue with a single eye was never found. Mysterious creature in cave. While discovering a hidden mysterious cave, this young guy named Nick from Russia encountered something that might force you to believe in ghosts and skinwalkers. While exploring a series of narrow caves with his teammates, Nick discovered this one particular alcove where his camera started to act up suddenly. He felt as if something was throwing rocks at him while trying to climb up the cliff. He started to panic when his light went off and heard odd sounds of a creature. When he gave up and decided to run back with his teammates, Nick saw that the things from his bag were rummaged by something or someone deep inside the cave. He later said that even though he couldn't seem to catch anything, his camera did. A dark figure with glowing eyes that was glaring at him from the dark cave behind. Cave Spirit. A group of explorers decided to look into a mysterious-looking cave, but what they found inside was truly bizarre. After hearing many rumors about a creature deep down a cave ghost named Tommy Knocker, this man along with his teammates went to explore the hideous cave. This ghost was said to distract people from going deeper into the cave. Things were fine at the beginning until the man heard some loud and strange noises coming from the cave.
Oh my god, there's whistling. Whistling, dude. There's something whistling in here.
And decided to run back. The Tommy Knocker is a mythical subterranean gnome-like creature in Cornish or Devon folklore. One thing is that they are the ghosts of Jews who worked in the mines during the 11th and 12th centuries, while another suggests that these are the spirits of those who passed away in the mines. Grave with stork beaks. The discovery of this cave takes us back to the Siberian era, uncovering the secrets of an ancient shaman. These two odd graves found in 2018 in Siberia made people curious about the mysteries of the city. Since the grave had the bones of a bird-shaped figure as well, many believed that they were the graves of the birdmen, but researchers uncovered some deep truths that left people speechless. Those graves were not of a birdman or some mythical creature, but of a male shaman of Siberia from 5,000 years ago. 50 beaks were found beside the grave, placed scrupulously. This discovery turned out to be a source of evidence of the spiritual practices of that time, as they were said to be a part of a ritual costume. Largest human footprints. The discovery in the Carpathian Mountains of Romania in 1965 takes us back to the time of monopods that always remained a mystery. While exploring a deep, narrow cave, some archaeologists discovered these 36,000-year-old footprints of about 400 ancient humans. They were initially said to be 10,000 to 15,000 years old, until the radiocarbon dating of 2 fossil analysis revealed the truth, making them the oldest footprints of human history. Skull cups. Some archaeologists from England, while discovering this spooky giant cave in Somerset, came across something that disturbed them for countless days. These captivating yet grim 14,700-year-old carefully crafted skull cups, adapted from ancient human remains, left many in shock. They were said to be intentionally modified and meticulously processed. The edgy surface was all rounded off into smooth cups. Researchers found that these were human skulls that were probably used as a tool. The people of that time were surely dexterous. Prehistoric Shark. The heart of Kentucky's Mammoth Cave, also said to be the longest cave of the world, uncovered something strange. One of the hidden creatures that left many people wondering about how much they have yet to explore about this planet and its creations. The remains of a prehistoric shark from 330 million years ago shocked the explorers of this underground maze. The creature was as large as a great white shark and had jaws measuring 2.5 feet. The remains of this creature fascinated many, knowing that the normal sharks decompose shortly after they pass away. So how did it stay intact after so many years? Let me know if you have any idea. Giant lemurs in Madagascar. This discovery in Madagascar was truly strange. In a remote area, researchers found these giant lemurs in the underground water that left many in shock. A whole graveyard of lemurs deep down the water. These were the remains of the extinct elephants, birds, gigantic tortoises, and other animals. This treasure of fossils was studied deeply and became one of the reasons for the expansion in the field of paleontology. They provide direct evidence for the long history of life, allowing paleontologists to test hypotheses with data only they provide. Subterranean Art Gallery. Art and paintings are something that hold great importance in every era, whether it's the old Valerian time or this time period. Discovered in 1994, this gallery hidden deep into the Chauvet Pontiac Cave, painted by the ancient artist of the Paleolithic era, became an evidence of prehistoric art. Carefully drawn, the paintings depicted several animals that led to the valuable knowledge of the anatomy and the movements of those animals. What separates this ancient art gallery from the galleries of this time is not just the fact that it's not painted with colorful tools, but the age of its artwork. Strange river animal. Have you heard of a white-colored mythical creature before? If not, then you better wait for this one. On January 6, 2017, this mysterious creature was found floating in the Mongol River. As the cameraman zoomed deep into the river to get a clearer view of this animal, he saw a white-colored chubby creature at the center of the flower island. Some people said that it looked like a tiny hippo that lost its way, while some said that it was an albino. However, no one could actually identify it. What do you think about it? Zombie croc. The discovery made in October 2020 made people believe in zombies. This farmer found a peculiar beheaded crocodile that intrigued many people. Even without its body, the croc was moving like a normal crocodile. Its blue-colored eyes were blinking at the farmer, and its mouth was wide open as if it's dying to bite anyone that comes near it. Researchers later found that this energetic beheaded crocodile was the result of the reptilian property of reflex twitching muscles that helps the expired animal to actively move around. So you better stay away if you ever encounter one of these, because we definitely do not want a human zombie as well. Now it's time for our subscriber pick of the day. If you ever get curious about a picture and want to get deep into the mystery of it, don't hesitate to send that picture to us. Who knows, we might solve the mystery that has been disturbing you for many days. This carcass was found at the shore of a river. It looked like it was floating there for quite a while, as it barely had any muscles left on it. Researchers later said that it was a carcass of a deer that had failed to cross the river. That's it for today. Comment down what you liked the most. Don't forget to like and subscribe.